This year, I discovered uncertainty. I started feeling a certain way in the beginning of the year, and I could not name it because I know what fear feels like. I know what self doubt. I know what disappointment, what discomfort. I know those emotions. I was like, this is different. I'm feeling a little, and when you haven't processed an emotion, you're stuck, especially every time it comes up. And I actually created a post about this. It's the emotions you haven't processed. The mountain you can't climb is the emotions you haven't processed. So when your system is introduced to a new emotion and you don't know what to do with it, you will get stuck every time. And I noticed that. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me explore here. And the more I did that, the more curiosity instead of judgment I showed for myself. I noticed that it was uncertainty. When I felt uncertain, I felt differently in my body than when I felt self-doubt or fear or any other emotions that I'm very familiar with, which was an invitation for me to familiarize myself with uncertainty. Now I know how it feels when it comes. I'm like, oh my gosh, uncertainty is here. Here, sit down. Let's have a talk while you're here, right? And no, and remember, emotions come from thought. So really, when I feel uncertain, I must be thinking something that is generating that. So I have a relationship with those thoughts. I explore them and I understand why they're there. That allows me to open up my space, my heart, my emotional energy to welcome uncertainty. So I'm not like shooken by it. I'm not afraid of it. That's what possibility does for you. Listen, when I talk about possibility, I'm not talking about positivity. No, no, no. I'm talking about your capacity, your humanness, your aliveness to be in the presence of positive and negative emotions and feel alive through all of it. And then knowing how capable you are to create whatever you want. If you have a thought about what you want, my friend, you are the woman who is creating it. All you need to do is unveil it to yourself. And there are steps you can follow to do that. This is actually why I created the podcast series, Her Money Stories. This is where I went with this. I've been reflecting on this a lot. I've been looking at my clients and noticing how even when, and this is even with you, even when we know what to do, we still don't do it. What is going on there? Why do we know what to do with money? We know how to create money, how to get a new job. We don't look for the new job. How to save money. We don't save the money. How to pay off debt. We don't pay off the debt. What is going on there? And so I started noticing what was different with me. Talking about money. Money used to be taboo for me. And so also my success with money was very taboo, right? And then when I started talking about money with my sisters, with my friends, with my coach, I started paying attention to my money. Paying attention to my money showed me the patterns that were creating the relationship I had with money. So I started seeing myself separate from the money and separating my identity from those patterns. And when I can see that, then I can take actions that support the future version of me who wants to be financially confident. I'm like, oh, I know exactly how that happened. I started spending my time talking about money. My story. What was my story before? What's my story now? And how did I bridge that gap? Her money stories became the thing that's going to bring that to life.